Muir. Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Thursday night, and we begin tonight with new signs. The special prosecutor looking into Russian meddling and any possible collusion with the Trump campaign is now ramping up his investigation. Own attorney reacting a short time ago. ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl leading us off. Live at the White House tonight, and John, with Robert Mueller's investigation now intensifying, there's a move from both Democratic and Republican senators to make sure he keeps his job. They're furious this evening over new leaks. The phone calls that made headlines early on, President Trump and his first calls to world leaders. It turns out, though, the tension on the phone was worse than first reported. Tonight here, the actual transcripts from those calls. Here's ABC senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega.
Payers pay for the wall. Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Vega with us live tonight, as well as the rain comes down there in Washington. Cecilia, we knew about these calls. You reported on them, but we did not have such detail.
Yeah, David, this is excruciating.
The president, after signing that bill on sanctions for Russia over meddling in the election, he tweeted today, "Our relationship with Russia at the lowest level in some time," blaming Democrats and Republicans who forced his hand on those sanctions. But tonight, some Republicans are firing back. Senator Corker saying, "Don't blame them, blame Putin." What is there? Republicans saying, "Blame Putin, not them."
They are fired.
Major headline this evening, the judge's decision, the sentencing in a landmark case tonight. Life. ABC's Deborah Roberts was in the courtroom for the sentencing. Roberts with us live tonight from outside the courthouse. And Deborah, we heard you report there the family of that teenager who took his life, Conrad Roy, saying there's no closure for them yet. Any remorse, any reaction from Michelle Carter? Special 1 hour on this 2020 Friday night at 10. We'll be watching right here. In the meantime, we turn to the other news tonight and to the chemical leak at a pool, sending dozens of children to the hospital. They were struggling to breathe. And tonight, right here, they described the symptoms as they began to breathe in those chemicals. ABC's Steve Osunsami in Durham, North Carolina. The state of emergency in Oregon, a record-breaking heat wave and wildfires. Down is with us live tonight as well. He's tracking it all. Hey, Rob. Eye-opening new images tonight, really for the whole family. They showed the dangers of riding without a seatbelt in the back seat. A new survey finding a surprising number of adults fail to buckle up, especially on short trips, even when taking taxis or Ubers. Here's ABC's Eva Pilgrim with the video tonight. There's still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Thursday. The high-rise fire right now. A major crackdown this evening on those illegal robocalls, many of them coming right during the dinner hour. The FCC hitting one company with a huge fine. And this evening, some of their new tricks, in fact, disguising the number coming into your phone. Here's ABC's chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis. Said the company's accused of actually disguising the phone numbers that come up on your phone to sort of trick you to make them look like local calls or numbers you don't know. How do you block it?
Well, some of the...
Rebecca, thank you. When we come back here, the severe turbulence on an American Airlines plane, several passengers injured, the pilot calling for help. Of other news tonight, and firefighters are battling a major high-rise fire at this hour. The fire breaking out of turbulence, leaving dozens of passengers injured on an American Airlines flight. The Airbus 8 of the most stolen cars in America is out tonight. The National Insurance Crime. Come back, America Strong, and the dance moves that helped send a high school to college. You gotta see this. Determined to go to college, Byron Pitts with the dance that got them there. Nightline. Good night.